Did he do that? He did.
Of course he didn't do it. Right.
I mean, you look at what he's done, and it probably should have happened a couple times already, shouldn't it?
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. The numbers speak for itself. I think a big reason that, our team is in this position is because of the consistency that our defense has. Our defense has had over the years, and in particular the past 2 years. Just looking at Don Brown's defense and the opportunities that they continue to give us on offense, the field position, and more importantly, the possessions.
In what ways have you seen Shea improve the most this year?
I've seen him grow and develop more continuity with his teammates. Shea's played a lot of good football over his college career, even prior to being here at Michigan, but seeing him go out and make the plays that he's made recently with Zach Gentry, with Nico Collins, Donovan Peoples-Jones, and the rest of our guys, that's just a continual improvement over the course of the season, just based on time on task together.
Same idea with how have you seen the receivers grow from this point, maybe even going back to last year to this point, how much more mature have they gotten in the passing game?
Well, you see it in the results and the production. I think, once again, it's time on task together, it's continuity, it's trust. That's one of the things that we see now in our passing game, even compared to our first game of the season. Just the timing in which the quarterback's pulling the trigger and getting the ball out of his hands, and then you're seeing guys making plays.
When you have someone like Shea, how does that change coming up with a game plan and play calling?
With all our players, we look to put them in a position to do the things that they do best. And so with Shea, he can make throws from the pocket. He can make the off-schedule plays. There are times when he'll make a play that's a wild play, and I can't say that we rehearse some of the things that come about in the game. Especially the times when you see him scramble and make that throw across his body back across the field. I pretty much cringe every time that happens, but he seems to come out on the right side of it. So.
Is he NFL ready?
I don't know. Hadn't thought about it in that way. Yeah.
How long did you have Shea before you realized that he was capable of handling a lot mentally of what you guys were giving him? Because it's a lot. You guys put on their plates. How far along were you when you said, okay, I think this guy's really kind of special in that area?
Oh, we knew it early on, just because of how hard he worked at preparing himself mentally. I think that's more than half the battle. A lot of guys can retain information, but they can't always go out and apply it to their game. He's a guy who's a film junkie. He loves watching film. He'll ask the right questions, and you'll see him go out and make those good decisions on game day. And so football is important to Shea, and he works hard at it. And he's working just as hard as he's always worked to prepare for any game this week. Try to make sure he don't eat too much turkey on Thursday, but he'll be ready to go on Saturday.
How about Ed Warner's effect this year?
Ed's been great. He's been great. He brings a certain level of expertise in the style of offense that Shea was probably most familiar with prior to coming to Michigan. So Ed's been great, and the guys up front, they're working hard. They're playing together, and we've been able to run the football.
When Dylan went down, Brandon and Joe, how are those two? How have they developed in practice and rep-wise? Did that increase after Dylan's injury? How much did that increase?
Yeah, they of course without Dylan, our other quarterbacks were able to get more reps, and Brandon, he's actually played in games for us, and he's won games. So, but for Joe, getting the additional reps, that's been big for him.
When you look back on where Donovan was maybe a year ago, did many guys that you worked with that have improved more in total game?
Well, you expect that guys are going to make their biggest improvement from their freshman year to their sophomore year, and I think for Donovan, it's probably been more so that he's been healthier this year than he was last year at this point in the season, and so not surprised at all that he's making the plays that he's making. He is a exceptional athlete. He has a great combination of explosion and speed and just a will to go out and make plays. And he carries it on his shoulder now. I'll tell you, man, he's very proud of his Detroit roots, and Michigan it's flowing through his blood. I mean, I think it's important for him and his family to see our program have success, and he's putting it all out on the field for us.
What has Karan meant for this offense? Not a lot of people talking about him, like, you know, like Shea gets all the attention.
Right. I think Karan, the true testament to how important he is to not just our offense, but how important he is to our team and the program is the fact that his teammates voted him as a team captain. And that just goes to show you that they have the utmost respect for him in the locker room. He worked his tail off over the course of the offseason to make sure that he would be in this position to carry the load the way that he has and still, you know, be available to help us win a championship down the stretch. And so we count on Karan. You know, he's a guy that's a bell cow for us. So we look for him to continue to carry the load.
Even now you've got the depth chart in your hand. Is this a week where you spend more hours in the building?
We spend most of our hours in the building. That hadn't changed.
Okay.
But
Great.
does this week feel different?
It feels different because it's a holiday week. And, you know, my philosophy over the years, you know, just with the players, you know, I would tell them to always start with no. You know, when someone offered you that extra serving of pumpkin pie, no thanks, you know. Your cousins or your family and friends that come into town that want you to stay up a little later and talk and chat by the fireside, no, I got to stay in my routine. I got to, you know, get myself ready to get ready to play the game on Saturday. So hopefully my quarterbacks, at least, they've abided by that philosophy and policy. But our guys are ready. They're going to be ready to go. We still got a couple days of practice to finalize some things offensively, but they'll be ready to play. Great.
All right.
Thank you.